How's it going, everyone? Brandon from the Manga Guys back with a different type of video today. I usually don't do videos like this. I want to get more into it though. It's kind of just my thoughts and a little bit of discussion. I just finished watching Attack on Titan Season 3, the first half of it that's out right now. The second half is coming out, I believe, in April 2019. And I haven't read the Attack on Titan manga. I've been a huge fan ever since the first season and waiting for the second season. They were both amazing. And I don't know why it took me so long to watch this, but I just finished watching like the last 3 episodes of the third season. And wow. So this video is just going to be a little bit of what I thought about the third season and how I think it's so different from the first 2 seasons of Attack on Titan. Just want to put this in there. Please do not put any spoilers for the Attack on Titan manga in the comment section. If you feel like you have to, please put warning manga spoiler at the top of your comment because I don't want to be spoiled for the manga. I tried reading the manga for a little bit after the first season and I just couldn't get into it with the Attack on Titan manga. The anime is far superior in my opinion. And from what I know, they don't change anything. It's not like the anime makes significant changes from the manga. I heard they revealed some things like in different sequential order, but please do not put any manga spoilers without a warning in the comments if you have to put them at all. On to Attack on Titan Season 3. Holy shit. At first, watching this, I didn't like this when I was watching it. Before you comment, just hear me out. I did not, the first couple episodes, I was like, this doesn't feel like Attack on Titan. And from what I'm thinking right now, there's a couple reasons why. First of all, we got so many answers to so many questions, and this is a spoiler discussion so if you haven't seen Attack on Titan Season 3, there's gonna be spoilers in this video. We got so much information revealed to us. The backstory with how Eren got his Titan powers, Historia, more about Levi's past, fucking Erwin. We got stuff about Erwin. I didn't think we were ever gonna get anything about him. Some of Mikasa's like origins and how she's connected with Levi and Kenny. And oh my god, Kenny as a character. Kenny! There is just so much to talk about. But that's kind of why it didn't feel like Attack on Titan, because the first 2 seasons just proposed so many mysteries. You would get like maybe 1 answer and like 5 more questions would develop. They just left a certain amount out, and I think that's one of the big reasons that so many people were drawn to Attack on Titan, was because it had a huge air of mystery about it and you wanted to watch more to find out, okay, what's going on in this world? How did it get like this? What are the Titans? And at first, it just felt like we were getting rapid fire. It just felt like we were kind of getting bombarded with a lot of answers, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't think this felt like, it felt so different than the first 2 seasons. Another reason is there is not a lot of action outside the wall. There isn't any action outside the walls actually in this first half of the third season. It focuses solely on what's kind of going on inside of the walls, more of like the government and a little bit of the Titan lore. But the whole thing with overthrowing the government and the coup d'etat, I feel like it happened, this is probably my biggest gripe of the season, it felt like it happened really, really fast. Like with the first 2 seasons of Attack on Titan, it took a little, not that it took long to do stuff, but things that were accomplished felt very, very difficult. The whole first season felt like depression just setting on because we couldn't accomplish anything. The 2 accomplishments I think that were made in the first season, now 3, Eren was learned to control his Titan form a little bit, he plugged up the hole in the Trost district, and they defeated Annie. But even when they defeated Annie, they couldn't get any information out of her. So season 3, it felt like we really earned those 3 victories. It was a very hard and gritty season. And season 2 as well, Bertolt and Reiner, we found out who they were, but they got away at the end. Ymir left. We did find out Eren had a power to control the Titans, and he was he was some kind of focal point for them. We didn't understand why until this season. And a lot of people died, and there was a lot of like hardship in the first 2 seasons. And in this one, we did get like a lot of deaths. The first episode, whoa, the first episode killed it with Kenny and the anti-personnel gear, the guns and everything. The animation this season was on point, especially like I think the first episode had it the best, really. But it was still good quality, not like a drop from the first 2 seasons. But going back to the whole coup d'etat thing, it felt really easy. Like they tried to build up some tension with like, oh no, Eren's gonna get eaten, Erwin going in front of like the 4 government officials and the king, but it just all happened like so fast. It happened within a span of like 3 episodes. They overthrew the government and then I think like 3 more that got Eren back. And I really do like the cult stuff. It just kind of felt like it came out of nowhere. I don't even remember if we knew that Historia was the true heir in the last season, but it felt like it was just kind of like thrust upon us. Like, here's the Rod Reese family. They're the true royals, and they're the only ones that could truly harness the power of the Titan and become like almost like a god in a sense. It just felt like a lot to take in at first, but then I'd say the second half of the season is really where it started to like hit home. Okay, this is Attack on Titan. I'm starting to feel like it again. After Eren got freed from like the chamber when he was where he was gonna get eaten, that's where I feel like everything started getting better. So the first half of the season was a little shaky, but I really started to like the whole thing with Kenny and Levi. And once we got their back, we got backstory for so many characters I didn't even think the show had remembered. Like the guy Sans, the guy who was the instructor for Eren and Mikasa and Armin in the 104th. We got a backstory about him. We got stuff about Irving's father. I didn't think we were gonna get anything about that. And what the fuck? Erwin's father? If I'm getting this right, we're supposed to believe that he is the Beast Titan. What the actual hell? It was said, like in like the 2nd or 3rd episode when Hanji and Levi were torturing like the 2 police members, it said it was very heavily implied that they had silenced, you know, a teacher that knew too much. And later on in the series, we found out that teacher was Erwin's dad, and they said they killed him. But then it's shown that he is the Beast Titan. What the hell? How did he... I can understand if he got away from them, but like he probably would have killed those 2 police officers, so what the fuck? And he was kind of an advocate for, okay, the government is like trying to like tell us lies, so why would he go against humanity? That was the one thing at the very end of the season, that was the one thing I didn't understand. Why is Erwin's father the Beast Titan? That just doesn't make sense to me. Well, obviously we're gonna get more on that later. I'm not criticizing it right now, but that was the only thing by the end of the first half of the season that I didn't agree with. Like, to me, that just doesn't make sense. And just a side note, I want to throw that in there, the giant Titan that Rod Reese turned into, it looked kind of terrible. Like, the CGI was very noticeable. It was very awkward. It was kind of cool seeing his face when he picked it up, like it was like half gone, and like watching like his organs kind of fall out. That was kind of funny, but the whole thing of him just like crawling to the district, I forget the name of the district, but that was the only part where the animation kind of looked, you know, kind of shitty. I do like getting the backstory though on Levi and Kenny too. Kenny was a very interesting character, and this adds a lot to the, I was about to say Tower of God, this adds a lot to the Attack on Titan lore. So Kenny was Levi's uncle, and they're both Ackermans, and Mikasa is an Ackerman, and the reason why they're so strong, like they're such good fighters, is because that they're the family, and the Ackerman family was originally supposed to protect the true family, so I'm guessing the Rod Reese family, and they're just kind of superhuman in a sense. That does explain why Levi and Mikasa are such badasses when it comes to battle, and I do like that we got that. Now the whole thing with Eren's father, when I first saw that, I didn't know what to think. Eren's dad, I love that we got the full story about what happened after the wall broke, because it just felt like the wall broke, Eren's mom got eaten, and then like Eren just wakes up later with the key, and that always bugged me. I'm like, I feel like there's a period of time missing here, and we got that, and oh my god, that was disturbing as hell. The whole thing with you have to become a Titan and then eat a human Titan to become a human Titan. That is insane. The Reese family was doing this for a while, and then Eren's father intervened. He stopped them, he killed them, he ate the daughter Frida, and he became like the focal point Titan, or the true Titan, I forget what they called it, but basically the god, but he gave it to Eren. Why? Why wouldn't he keep it for himself? Why did he sacrifice himself? And the whole scene, I wish they animated it fully. We get like a couple of shots of like Eren eating his dad, but I wish we saw like a full, that would have been so much more disturbing if we got like a full like scene of him turning Eren into a Titan and just letting himself get eaten by his son. That blew my mind. And it was cool to see that Eren's father came from outside the walls. He was a person that was not originated in the walls, and he knows more than we know, and he knows more than even he knows because he lost his memory. So once we get to the basement, hopefully next season, or the next part of the season, because I saw that little thing at the end. They're getting into Wall Maria, and fucking Levi just punched Aaron. Mikasa is at his throat. I knew that it was not, because this season, towards the end, it started to feel like things were getting too easy. They overthrew the government. You know, they were making advances in the wall weaponry where it's easier to kill Titans. It felt too good to be true, especially for a show like Attack on Titan where unspeakably bleak things happen. So that's why when I saw that sneak preview, which they snuck it into the ending, and that was so clever. I love that they did that. I watched the ending through because I was like, I hope they have a preview for next season, and I was just sitting there thinking about what happened, and then like the screen glitched, and I was like, wait, was that me, or was it the video? And then it was the video, and that was scary at first because I was not expecting that. All in all, I know this is just like a stream of consciousness that is not well organized at all, so I appreciate you for watching up to this point. What I'm just trying to say is the beginning of this season did not feel like Attack on Titan, but I like that it was like that. It was a breath of fresh air. We focused more about inside the walls. We didn't have a very, very large amount of characters that we cared about dying, which I am very, very happy about. It felt so good. And I think it was a breath of fresh air and what Attack on Titan needed to still feel fresh and feel like it's not just rehashing the same, you know, depressing shit over and over and over again. And now that we've had this good shit, and now that we've let it sink in, I think it's good that they separated the two seasons, because I feel like the second part of this next season is just gonna be bleak, and it's not gonna be easy for the characters, and we might see a couple of important deaths. I'm hoping not Sasha or Connie. Oh, and I just want to throw that in there. I like that they brought back the two scouts that were in the military police at the end of the first season, and they made them useful again, because I had a feeling that they would come back in some way, because the author, I don't know their name, I'm sorry, put a lot of emphasis on them at the end of the first season, and he made it seem like they would come back, and they did. And this guy has it's interesting to see all the new people joining the Scouts, and they're very ambitious and hopeful for humanity, like our main characters were when they first joined, and in the end of the season, they're just like, you know, they're defeated. They have seen some fucking shit, let me tell you, and I am not surprised that they're like that. I totally understand. I also feel like the opening, which like this season was very different than the other two openings for Attack on Titan, fit the mood very well. It was very lighthearted. It was a lot of backstory heavy, and I'm glad that they didn't just try to make a third Attack on Titan opening. Like everything about this season was unexpected, it was different, but it was needed. That's, if I had to classify this whole season, it was, like I said, a breath of fresh air. It was needed, and it is welcome now, because now I am ready for some more core Attack on Titan stuff, because I am suspecting that's what we're gonna get. Please, no spoilers in the manga. Let me know what you guys thought about this season down below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Was it too different from the Attack on Titan you know and love to appreciate? Or did you think, like me, it was a breath of fresh air and maybe took a little bit to get used to, but once you did, I might say this might be my favorite season of Attack on Titan. There's a lot of good character stuff here, and a lot of good symbolism, and just bringing a lot of characters back. The foreshadowing, this author showed their foreshadowing balls in this season. Like, obviously, Ichiro Oda is the god of foreshadowing, and I didn't know people could still surprise me with foreshadowing, but there was some good stuff in here with the cadets from the first season and their drill instructor from the first season. There was some good stuff in there. If you haven't seen Attack on Titan Season 3, check it out. It's amazing. Attack on Titan as a series, ignore the haters who just say it's hyped up. It is some good stuff. Quality story writing. Check it out. Thanks for watching. Like the video and subscribe if you liked it. It helps the channel grow. I really appreciate it. If you want to support me, you can check me out on Patreon. You can get some special perks, or if you just want to throw me a little donation, one-time thing, you can check out Buy Me a Coffee. I don't make too many videos like this, but I want to get more into these discussion-based videos. So tell me what you thought of it in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.